So as we all know, whether we like it or not, or whether we're ready for it or not, things are reopening again during this COVID-19 2020. Here are 7 things that I do as a business that cannot work online. Tip number 1, give the client a heads up, whether that is on your website and your profile. Definitely make sure that you reiterate that you're going to be working with a mask, gloves, and shoe guards on to ensure their safety. And that's putting that on your business website and your profile, in addition to when you actually talk to them directly. Say that same thing again so that they know that you're taking this very seriously. Tip number 2, PPE. Make sure that you're always equipped with masks, gloves, and shoe guards. And put those things on always when you go into the client's home. And have it already on and ready. Obviously, you can't be walking around without a mask anymore. Make sure you always put all those things on that you promised that you will. Number 3, being prepared beyond providing PPE and promising that you're going to be putting on PPE. It is preparedness in that you'll have all the tools that you need for this job ready on hand so you're not running in and out of their home. And having your own water, making sure that if they pop their head in while you're working and say, hey, do you want some water? Just let them know, no, I'm totally fine, I'm okay, and bring your own water. In addition to that, it's not really discussed, but especially during these COVID times, we need to be careful about where you're going in and touching in the client's home. So I try to not drink any water or any liquid like 30 minutes before I gotta leave. I make sure I do everything that I can so that I do not have to use their bathroom while I'm at the client's house. Number 4, once you get there, ask where you're going to work. Make sure that if the client has a studio apartment, ask if the windows can be open. If it's too hot, let them ask if you can be in the very far corner, and make sure that you have a lot of space between you and the client so that you can keep them safe, so that you're taking this seriously. Number 5, this might be impossible for some people, but take only 1 client a day. This way, if you had been in contact somehow, it's less people that you expose yourself to. By seeing less people a day, you're lowering the chance of you contracting the virus. So if you can afford it, take 1 client a day, which is what I have been doing almost for the entire month of July. And then last, get tested regularly. I know that this could be very difficult to do, especially if you have no symptoms. And I am a home repair, furniture assembly, electrical, plumbing, all around handy person. And that is not a essential worker in a healthcare facility. If I don't show any symptoms, and if I don't know anybody that actually contracted the virus that I have been in contact with, then I have never been eligible to set up an appointment to get a test. And I have been searching for places to get tested for weeks. The other option that I figured out was the blood bank is letting people donate blood, and they're testing their blood. So I'm gonna also do that coming up next week. But I looked that option up last week, and the first appointment that I could find was 2 weeks later, basically. So luckily though, I recently found a facility. I am at Moore Park College, which is quite far from me, with the Titter baby. Hi Titters! Hi Titters! To get tested for COVID-19! I saw so many signs that say, oh, testing hours, and then hours of operation, and then every sign that I've seen, of which there are many, it said open for Ventura County residents only. So I'm really nervous that I'm gonna get turned around. I'm next to be interrogated. I have to pee so bad. Okay, I just got through with speaking with the first agent who just scanned my driver's license, and didn't say anything about my address or anything, and that I'm not this county's resident. And he just said, okay, found you. Give me your phone number. Gave it to him, and then he said, okay, you're through with me. Just keep rolling up as the cars move forward. So hopefully I'm in the clear. Testing went really well. I was in there a total of only 20 minutes, and the public restroom at this park was actually open because I had to pay really bad. This place is about 40 minutes away, and yeah, it's such a pleasant area, so quiet. But anyway, so the testing only took 20 minutes. It was just one cotton swab that you get, and you put it in each nostril as high as you can make it until you tear up or you get uncomfortable, and you spin it in a circular motion, or you kind of like rub around for 10 seconds on each nostril, and then you put it into the little tube, and then they give you back your results by phone in 2 to 8 business days, or 2 to 8 days. So to my knowledge, I have not been in contact with someone with COVID. I have no symptoms, and I do not work in a healthcare facility or anywhere where I would have higher probability of contact. But I wanted to get tested for peace of mind, for the knowledge of how the testing works, and I want to make sure that I can provide that reassurance too. And the result of my test was I was negative. And I guess, like, if I'm making this video, of course I'm negative. And I just want to reiterate that this means that obviously you can argue all of my clients that I've seen, all the people that I've ever come in contact with, come in close proximity to, were all negative. Sure, you can argue that, and that could still be true. But it also could mean that everything that I'm doing now has been keeping me and my clients safe. And that's an amazing thing to be sure of during this time. So I hope that if you're in a similar situation like I was earlier, where I could not get an appointment to get tested anywhere, that you follow these steps to keep yourself and keep your clients safe. That wraps up today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're interested, and I post new videos every week, twice a week. Thanks for watching. Peace.